Hello, and welcome back to Microsoft PowerPoint. In this module, we want to talk about formatting pictures and images. In the previous module, we talked about cropping images. This one, I want to talk about formatting. Now, for this slide in particular, what I want to do is make an adjustment here. I wish to change the background to where we can see it, because the white background is not really making it totally visible for you to see. And then, of course, every time we change, we get the design ideas. I want to go off of design ideas. Now, what I want to do is I want to put in a new slide. So go over here to our home tab, a new slide. Let's just do a title slide. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to insert a picture or an image. Go pictures. Let's do online. And then I want to do one that pertains to computers. And then let's take one that's simple. And then this is something that we talked about before when we talked about cropping and let's remove. Okay, now we want to resize the picture just so we can see it a little bit clearer. In the previous module, we talked about removing the white background. So what I want to do here is click on the picture, go to picture format. To remove background, we can see that everything that's pink or fuchsia is going to be removed. So what we want to do is keep the computers for our workshop. So mark the areas. Like in this one we discussed already. So we just click here, keep his hand raised. There. And now we have selected our picture. Then we click off. And now we have our picture. Let's do a title. Call it My Computers. Let's call it My Computers. Now, we click on the picture itself. We go back to the picture format. And now you get additional features in which you can format your picture. One we have is corrections. We click on the drop-down arrow of corrections. And if you see, you can get options to soften or sharpen your picture. If you hover over your mouse over these objects, you don't really see much of a difference, but there is a slight difference. You can also go to the brightness of contrast. In your brightness of contrast, if you hover over here, you'll see the difference a little bit better, where you can make it a little bit brighter, or you make your picture a little bit darker. And you have several options in which you can do your contrast and your brightness. If you click your picture, it says more options, then you're going to get this pane, the format picture pane. In the format picture pane, you do the same thing that you did with the icon, except you can make it defined a little bit clearer of what it is that you want. Everything from the picture corrections to the color to the transparency. Now I want to miss that right now, so we close this out. Still in picture format, I want to go to color. Now in your color, you have your saturation, your tone, or you can recolor. Your saturation's here, and if you hover over the mouse, you can see also 400% saturation, 200%. Of course, the box that is great is where we are right now at 100%. Same thing with the color and with the tone. If you want to recolor it or change it, then you can go from here to black and white, or black and white 50%, or you can even change the full color of your picture or your image. Let's go with something. Let's do this one, dark purple. Now, if you notice also, you go back to picture format and color, you have the same option here where you can do more variations, where you can change the theme, the colors, the standard colors. These are something that we've talked about in recent modules. You can even select more colors if you so desire. We also discussed the eyedrop feature in previous modules. You set transparency color, and you can do more picture options. Click the picture options, then you get the format picture pane again, and now you can do the same thing that you could earlier with some of the other features as far as changing your pictures. When you do the transparency, this one right here, you can do, as you see, it gets lighter. Transparencies are good if you want to put type on top of your picture and still see your picture or your image. And then, of course, you have the same feature where you can go to your format picture options. One other one I want to share with you is compressed pictures. Now, when you click compressed pictures gives you the option of what compressed picture does is make your picture, as far as a file, smaller. So when you have pictures on your file, we spoke about this earlier, when you have pictures on your file that take up space, they take up data. If you compress it, that kind of like removes some of the data, and it keeps your picture intact. You can either apply to this picture, or if you uncheck it, it will apply to the whole presentation. The same thing with the crop areas of the picture. Before, we talked about when you crop the areas of the picture is still full. So if you delete the crop properties, then that area, the cropped area, will be removed. And then again, you can use for this picture or to the whole presentation. Let's go OK. If you by chance want to change your picture, you go here to change. You can pick your images that you want to image. Let's do this one. Let's go back here again. Go back to computers. Let's say I didn't like that computer. I like this one better. And then now you have where you've changed your computer, where you've changed your image. To reset the picture, the feature for resetting a picture is if you make a mistake or you've done all that work, you don't like it, or your boss doesn't like it, they like the original, you can go back to reset the picture and the picture will go back to where it was formerly. Now, that's basically what we have right now for formatting pictures and images. They all pertain to the same thing as far as formatting. Well, I pray that this has been helpful for you, and we ask that you stay tuned and that you join us again as we continue moving forward in Microsoft PowerPoint. God bless you.